Alright, I'll try this again. Piping bag with the mortar mix. I'm just filling up the mortar joints, and I'll come back and smooth them out here in just a bit. I'll show you how that's done. Let's see, got 3, go down a couple more. You don't want to go too far ahead of yourself. I go about 5 courses, I think, and then I'll smooth out the mortar joints. And this does get a little heavy, so all I can recommend is for you to maybe not fill it up quite so full as I did here, but you'll find what works for you. Alright, so next what I'm going to do is just lay this down, and I've got a handy dandy little bucket right here. I'm just going to go along with my finger. My finger is my striking tool right there. As long as you've got your finger, you got a striking tool. Alright, let's just go along. Now as you do this, tends to leave cavities occasionally, and if you get a little cavity there that's a void, someplace you didn't get quite enough in, just take it out of your handy bucket right here. If you don't have it right then, you will in a little bit. Just go back, fill it in. The nice thing is, this cleans up pretty easy. It'll scrub off a little bit if you get it someplace you shouldn't. That's comical. Alright. And you definitely just want to inspect, make sure all your joints look all right. Some of this that I get on the brick, if you don't want it left on the brick for effect, then you know, you can scrub on it a little bit, knock it off after it dries, or even swipe it off while it's wet. It's fine. There you go. Move that on a little bit. Let's see right there's a place. Now just cleaning up. There we go. And looking pretty good. All right, I'll bring you back when I get all this done. The next step is letting this dry, and then going on with the polyurethane. Give it a nice coat, 2 to 3 coats of that. And this won't. How you doing? Kind of got a little ahead of myself here. I got excited once I got the mortaring done and got the clear coat on. Then I just hurried up and got the shelves in and put the machines in because I wanted to make sure this was all done before Melanie came back tonight or tomorrow night, and wanted to surprise her. So anyway, got the room finished. I will just kind of walk you through what I did after the mortar. The last you saw, I did just give it a couple really good coats of the polyurethane. And I really like the way it turned out. I'm going to take the camera off the stand and do a little close-up panning here. Hopefully that'll kind of show a little detail, a little closer to what it looks like. The shelves I just made out of pine 2x4 with some hardware, and just measured it all out so it would give just enough clearance and coverage there for everything to fit. And if we really need to, at some point I can put a third shelf up as well. Just makes it a little more serviceable for us. So anyway, let me just give you a little breakdown on what I figured out on the cost. I believe, from what I can see, for what's available at just Home Depot, I just did something simple. They're usually a pretty good price on things for DIY stuff, and I think the cost savings of doing it this way versus buying the bricks that are already thin that you can just glue up or mortar up to a surface. The cost savings, this is about 20% out of pocket cost. Now, some of the steps you have to do regardless whether you use the real brick or this MDF bricks. You know, like you have to attach them to the wall. You still need to put the mortar in between. You still have to give it a clear coat or a sealer of some kind to protect it. But that 20% of the cost of that to do it this way, some of that is made up in a lot of extra work too, because as you saw in the videos, you have the work of putting the mud over it, and then you have the work of the painting of it, and you have the work of putting clear coat over that, and then putting the mud on, and then wiping it off to get the effect you want. And of course you can do it simpler than what I did. You can just paint it the color, one shade of brick color if you want, or maybe 2 or 3 just flat shades, and it'll go a lot quicker that way, and no smear, you know, and it'll get done sooner. But regardless of how you do it, I mean, the cost savings is significant, but you just need to be aware of the extra work that's involved in that. And I'm happy to do that. I enjoy it, trying to find a way of making a great final product for a lot less the cost. That's just, you know, I guess I enjoy that kind of thing. And if you do, then maybe I've shown you a way that you can be creative in your own space, in your own rooms. I wouldn't suggest doing it this way outside. Anything exterior of a building, I would highly suggest using regular masonry techniques for that, because that's going to be exposed to a whole new ball of worms out there. This is definitely not an exterior project, but for any interior walls, you can definitely have a great looking product and do it a lot less expensive. So that's it, and I'll get these videos out. There's probably going to be at least 3 parts to it. We'll see how it turns out in the video editing. I'm not great at that, so hopefully though that you've still learned something from this. And I'll do a close-up pan now and just show what it looks like